All right, all right, all right. Welcome back to the Roadmaps Coach channel. Today, we're getting back into the personal development live stream where we talk about the cheat code to manifestation and everything related to personal development. I would like to put my phone number in the chat, so just bear with me as I do so. Um, because I always want to allow individuals who may chime in the opportunity to, give us a call. You got a question? Go ahead, feel free. Give us a call. I'm gonna put the phone number in the chat so you can call in. But as always, we got to thank you for being here because you could have been anywhere else on the internet, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. That was the what do you call it? 323-487-9299. There you go. Let's go ahead and if we may, it's not giving me the opportunity to pin it, but there we go. All right, so now it's pinned to the top, and if you have any questions, feel free to call in. But we're going to dive into belief today. So belief is one of the components to the cheat code to manifestation as it relates to faith. Do you truly believe, or do you truly have faith that your goal is achievable? You do not want to set a goal that you do not truly believe is achievable. Why do I say so? Because it's a waste of time. If you're setting a goal that you don't believe is achievable, you are working towards something you will basically never get. And when it comes to wanting something, you really have to believe that you deserve it. And most people, I'm going to be real, they don't know how to believe that what they want is not only achievable, but they are deserving of it. And there are a few ways you can start to believe even more in the goals that you set and believe in yourself. Because in turn, you can't believe in achieving the goal if you don't truly believe in yourself. So it goes back to confidence, as we talked about. In order to gain confidence, you have to uh, keep the agreements that you make with yourself. In order to believe, you have to visually be able to see the outcome, but you also not only have to see the outcome in your mind, you have to be able to feel you have to be able to manifest what it feels like once you do accomplish that goal. So it's all about mental and the game of reality. I say cheat code to manifestation because sometimes I do refer to reality as a game. And the game of reality is mental first. First is mental, then it's spiritual, then it's physical. So you talk about belief. How do you believe something? It starts with the mental. It's all in the mind. So if you see that door behind me, let's say let's say my goal is to stand up from where I am and walk in that door. I would first have to vision that, imagine that in my head. Then I would have to feel like it's possible. Like I have to feel it in order to believe it. And then the action comes, the physical. So a lot of people are missing some steps when it comes to belief. I'm not about to sit up here and say, I can go on a date with Beyonce. Is it possible? Yes. Is it probable? Hell no. You know what I mean? It just comes down to what you feel is most probable. So let me go ahead and share that with you. In order to believe something, and belief being one of the cheat codes to the cheat. In order to believe something, and belief being one of the components of the cheat code to manifestation, you not only have to visualize it, but you have to feel like it is probable. And when I say probable, I mean it is likely to happen if you do X, Y, and Z. And that's where the strategies come in. That's where the SMART goals come in, which we haven't really talked about. So to expand on belief, this is where setting goals come in. So you have a vision in mind, you have the end result. Now, how do you get to that end result to make it more believable to you? Well, this is where SMART goals come in. What are SMART goals? Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. Specific. You have to name exactly what that goal is. Okay, exactly what that goal is, first and foremost. 2, measurable. How are you measuring your progress towards the goal that you set? Okay. A, attainable. Again, going back to belief. So aside from the cheat code of manifestation, even SMART goals are asking you, do you believe this goal? How is it asking? Well, the A, attainable. Do you believe this goal is actually attainable, right? So you have attainable, then you have R, relevant. Is this goal relevant to not only your life, but your skill set, your attributes, your characteristics, your reputation? And then lastly, T, which is time bound. In how long, how much time will it take to accomplish this goal? So these are all the components of the SMART goals. A lot of people don't really think about SMART goals because they're so caught up in day to day. And it's easy to, I understand. I'm not knocking. I definitely understand how individuals don't set goals. But that's why I talk about the things that I talk about, because I believe one of the biggest solutions, one of the main solutions is to almost every problem in the world is personal development. If the majority of people strive to become their highest self, this doesn't mean everybody is striving towards one particular field. It just means that everybody is trying to be the best version of themselves. So if you're a construction worker and you're trying to be the best construction worker, if you are in public service and you're trying your best to do your public service duties, if you are a teacher and you're trying your best to be the best teacher that you could possibly be, etc., so forth and so on, no matter what field you're in, if you are striving to be your best, I do believe personal development is one of the main solutions to all problems in the world. It would be easier to agree with people. It would be harder to get you out of character. A lot of people would drive better. You know, there would be less car accidents. There will be less poverty because a lot of people would manage their money wisely. And why am I saying this? So let me share. When I say personal development, I always have to clarify that I'm talking about the 7 key areas of life. What are those 7 key areas? Mental, physical, spiritual, relational, social, career, and financial. Now, if you set goals in all of those 7 key areas and you start accomplishing those goals, what do you think will happen to you? Do you think you will improve at all? Do you think you might improve those around you at all? You know, it's almost like by default, other people who are around you are going to elevate based off of your elevation, based off of your aura, based off of your hard work and determination. They see you, they're like, I can't just be sitting here doing nothing. You know, it becomes a little, what's the word when they say when you get sick? Losing my track of thought. It's contagious. It becomes contagious. So elevating, setting goals, striving for personal development is a contagious act. And those who are around you will likely become sick with the disease of personal development. You know what I mean? So there you go. But going back to belief, you can only become what you believe you can become. And that's why a lot of people stay in a cycle, because they don't see themselves, or they don't believe that they can become more than what they are. What are they doing? They stay in a cycle. Wake up, you know, scratch their butt. Depending on the day, they may shower, they may not. Turn on the TV, scroll on social media, watch TV, play video games, don't go to work, living with somebody, not paying bills, go to sleep, wake up and do the same thing over again. And part of that is them being able to recognize that they are in a cycle in the first place. Once you can realize you're in a cycle, it's possible to break it. And the only way to break it is to believe that you can. So it goes back to belief again. It's all about belief in terms of pushing forward. If you don't believe something is possible, you're not going to go for it. It's just like the lottery. You know how many people don't play the lottery because they don't believe they can win? And I'm not saying they can or can't. I'm just using that as a prime example. Most people don't play the lottery because they don't believe they can win. So the analogy is most people don't strive to improve in the areas of personal development that I mentioned because they don't believe that it's possible. Most people don't believe they can save $1,000. So their financial goals are off whack. Most people don't believe they can get a promotion, so they do the bare minimum at work, if they work. Most people don't strive to have either a boyfriend or a girlfriend because they are stuck in a mentality that no one will accept them the way that they are. So they believe that they won't be able to either get or keep their partner. So I'm using these as examples, but the point is most people won't step out of their comfort zone because they don't believe whatever is possible. And I want to shout y'all out. Got 2 people in the chat. The phone number is there. If you want to call in and ask any questions, feel free. But this is the Roadmaps Coach channel. Thank you for joining, because as always, you could have been anywhere else on the internet, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. We are touching on the topic of personal development, obviously, but also the cheat code to manifestation. We're talking about SMART goals. We're talking about the 7 key areas of life in which you should set goals, and just making it all mesh together, because these are 30-minute live streams. I don't do them for too long. Every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. And I just try to get out as much information as possible. I was watching something, and I can't remember who it was, but they were referring to music. But I took that and I expanded it out to basically life. And they said, when you have music, make sure, I think it was it will.i.am? It was somebody. But basically, he was like, when you are doing music, just release all the music that you possibly can. So when you die, you have nothing in you. You shared everything as much as you can with the world. I not only feel that way about music because I do music as well, but I feel that way about all the information that I have and all the information that we all have. It comes down to believing that the message you are sharing will benefit the majority of the people who hear it, because many are called and few are chosen. A lot of people are going to hear it and they're not going to take heed. They're not even going to consider it, because why? They don't believe that it's applicable to their life. Remember, belief, which is the theme of this particular stream. However, in doing so, you still are reaching those who actually are willing to take in the information and possibly apply it. It's a numbers game. The more people you reach out to, the more people you will actually reach, if that makes sense. So you reach out to 100 people. Out of those 100 people, maybe 3 of them may say, you know what, this information resonates. And I'm going to try to do what this person is talking about, aka this person, Roadmaps Coach James Ingram, holla back. And then the rest of them are going to be like, not for me. I mean, that's just the numbers game. It's just like selling cars. It's like trying to pick up girls. It's like whatever you name. The more people you talk to, the majority of them are going to say, no, not interested. But there are going to be a few that say, actually, you know what? You're on to something here. So that's where I come from in terms of why I do this personal development content creating, And if you haven't already, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Roadmaps Coach, the same as my YouTube, the same as my what else I got? YouTube, Instagram. I do have Threads. I don't really use it as much, but I do have Threads. My TikTok, Black Obsidian, spelled with Y's and no I's. I do share this on TikTok as well, but I also share my music on TikTok. So that one is a little more of a combination. You know, you get to see a little bit more of my character in terms of not just what I talk about, but also what I do outside of personal development content creating. Yes. So VPP FAB GCC, that's the cheat code to manifestation. VPP FAB GCC, vision, patience, passion, focus, action, belief, gratitude, confidence, consistency. But again, the theme of this particular stream is belief, and that word is extremely powerful in all aspects. Belief leads to confidence. Confidence leads to consistency. Consistency leads to basically everything you can imagine. That's why some of the greatest pianists are great, because they were consistent in their piano playing. They were consistent in their piano practice. But it goes back to they believed that they would be good. It's really like that. So if you believe you can be good, if you truly believe you can be good, and you are consistent in practicing to become good or great, whatever you believe, you better follow that and stick with it. Give yourself a time frame. If you don't finish it or achieve it within that time frame, you just give yourself another time frame. It's not rocket science. And a lot of people feel like it is because, you know, every time I tell someone cheat code, yeah, I know the cheat code to manifestation. They say, what is it? I say VPP FAB GCC. They say, what does that stand for? I say vision, patience, passion, focus, action, belief, gratitude, confidence, and consistency. They said, whoa, that's pretty long. I'm like, not really. For the rest of your life, like, if you memorize this and you use it throughout the rest of your life, it's not long. You remember your social security number, and that is shorter than this. Maybe the same amount of numbers, or maybe one less, 3, 2, 3. It's just numbers, but you use it for the rest of your life. So if you remember the letters VPP, FAB, GCC, those are 9 components. Very easy to remember. But you have to apply this in all of the 7 key areas of life. Again, going back to mental, physical, spiritual, relational, social, career, and financial. Now, you apply the cheat code to manifestation to all 7 of those categories, you're going to have more of a peaceful and less stressful life. You do what you do. But a lot of people have shared with me that it does work for them as well. And that's what it really comes down to, is like, do you believe it'll work? If you don't believe it'll work, don't even try it, because you already said you don't want to waste your own time. But I'm telling you, if you believe it, a lot of people talk about God, a lot of people talk about universe, a lot of people talk about the law of attraction. But I'm going to tell you, all of those things can be true at the same time. It's not about which one is better than the other, because no matter what, it all starts within. If you are internally confident, internally consistent, internally striving to become the best version of yourself, it don't matter which one of those you believe in. It's going to help. You know what I mean? That's why people pray. That's why people meditate. That's why people, speak their positive affirmations. There are different ways in which you can go about it, but it's just something that you do need to understand, that it all starts internally. Internal is where the belief lies. So it's been 39 years since I've collected, since I started to collect all of this information. I'm talking about since a baby, you know. I can remember all the way back till when I was 3 years old. And a lot of those things that I remember from a young age, I still apply to this day. I mean, I started making music at 7. So, you got to have visualization in creating music. It's really that simple. But I want to thank each and every last one of you for being here, because you could have been anywhere else on the internet, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. We always wait for questions and things like that, but we appreciate all the support. Again, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Roadmaps Coach, and don't forget to follow me on TikTok, Black Obsidian, OBSYDYAN, Obsidian, similar to the stone, but spelled with Y's instead of I's. Obviously, if you haven't subscribed or liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you found any of this information useful, because we are, we on the roll. We on the roll. Where we at? 200 and something subscribers. You know what I mean? So I'm not mad at it at all, especially mainly to be talking about what we discuss: personal development, 7 key areas of life, cheat code to manifestation, SMART goals, and so forth and so on. I have so much to share, but as always, until next time, peace.